For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manz, and it's time for your daily dose of the doctor. Here it is, Fedex ticking higher on vague chatter activists could seek to get involved. This happened on Friday at 11:06 a.m. Let's take a look at what the intraday 5-minute chart on this one looked like. We see here that Fedex has already popped up and through the R1 resistance level. So that's the R1 pivot just above the central pivot at 170.18. We've moved up and through there, and this is an infield fly setup with a nice tail moving down into the lower portion of the bar. So on the 5-minute bar, the thing to do here is to wait for Fedex to pop higher again, get up closer to that 170.48 level, and then short it with a stop just above the high of the current bar in here. So we've got 170.48 down to 170.18 is going to be our target. And let's see how this one plays out. Of course, once again, you do not want to take news trades in the direction of the news. You want to trade the news by fading the news. This particular piece of takeover chatter or activist chatter is being brought to us by the folks at Trade the News. I talked about that quite a bit at the boot camp, how to use the different news-based trading services. Trade the News, definitely the Cadillac product, the best product out there that you can buy. And as you see here, the heads up that they gave us is playing out. You can also go in below the low of this bar, of this infield fly bar. So at about 170.35, that's going to make for a tighter profit target, right? Only about 17 cents. So you just have to ratchet down on those stops. But again, the 170.48 entry is working out nicely here. Let's see if we get a move down to 170.18, which is going to be the R1 target for this trade. So always use the pivots as targets. Always try to keep those stops as tight as you possibly can, and you should manage to stay out of trouble on these trades. Here we are a few minutes later, down at that pivot line, 170.18, down actually to 170.13. Remember, the other thing we talked about at boot camp was judging that price elasticity, trying to figure out just how much sponginess there is around one of those pivot lines. In the case of Fedex, it looks like over the course of the session, the normal price activity has been pretty well constrained by the pivot lines. We'll see what happens here, but at the very least, 170.18 should be the place that you are looking to exit this trade. And over the course of the next few minutes, my guess is we're going to see a pop back up into this range and then a retest of the 170.18 level. So that's it. Again, these are trades that I'm filtering using TradeTheNews.com. Very good live news trading service. Gives you all sorts of information over the course of the session. If you have any questions about this or anything else, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. I hope you had a great trading day on Friday and an even better one on deck for Monday. It's the best trader education anywhere, only from TraderInsight.com.